Hello, I'm Michael Bybee. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. In Houston, opera is growing. Here to tell us more about the Houston Grand Opera and what's coming up is Managing Director Perryn Leech. Perryn, great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Not at all. Thank you for having us.
So, as I mentioned, the opera is growing. I mean, ticket sales are up 35% over the years. You guys are adding another stage production, more performances.
Honestly, Michael, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
This is an audience responding to what we're doing on stage, and as an arts organisation, that's the oxygen that you breathe.
Absolutely.
Is getting your audiences to engage with the product that you're doing, and doing product that stretches them and stretches us. So it's a wonderful success story.
And you guys are celebrating a milestone this month.
Absolutely. So this month, on April 11th, we open the Ring Cycle with Das Rheingold. And Wagner's Ring Cycle is an absolute epic work. It's probably the biggest work in the operatic canon. You can do it in full cycles and stay there for a week. It's 17 and a half hours of opera in total. Das Rheingold that we're starting with this year is 2.5 and is the shortest piece of the lot, but it's 2.5 hours long. And we start on April 11th, but it's a huge milestone for the company, very much so. You can't do this sort of work unless you're a real world-class company with fully mature performing forces.
Right, and you have another performance starting on the 25th.
Yeah, so Bizet's Carmen is a much more known work for most people. So you'll hear tunes in that show that you've heard in adverts and around. And you think, oh, is that from Bizet's Carmen?
Wow.
Oh, I had no idea.
Interesting.
And it's a classic piece of opera repertoire, and we haven't done it for 9 years. Being opera, of course, someone has to die at the end, and sure enough, Carmen does die at the end.
Right.
But it's a tragedy of love and unrequited love, and then spurning of love, and it's a wonderful piece that people will like.
You guys have a lot of diverse performances that you bring to Houston. Talk a little bit about the decision making and why you choose this versus another.
It's about getting a balanced diet. We have a lot of people who live, breathe opera and want to see the really big, heavy opera. We have new audiences who are responding. Some of them respond to pieces they know. Some respond to works that are relevant. Some respond to particular subject matter.
Sure.
So we did an opera based on the Holocaust this year, which brought a new audience to HGO, and we were able to do a lot of education events based around that about the genocide and the Holocaust. We did Showboat last year, which brought a lot of fans of musical theatre to come to the opera for the first time and go, oh wow, I had no idea that work of this quality was being done in Houston.
Right.
So it's about getting a good balanced diet.
You brought up a good point. What if someone has never been to the opera, and so it would be obviously new to them? What would they expect, or what would you encourage them?
I would encourage them to just come and enjoy yourself. Opera has somehow got a tag as being very elitist.
Right.
It's expensive in theory to produce. Well, it's not expensive in theory to produce. It is expensive to produce because of the sheer number of people. So we have an orchestra of 70. In our production of Aida, with over 300 people on stage, that costs a lot of money to put on.
Absolutely.
Our cheapest tickets are at $12.50, so it's the same as going to
very
a movie.
Reasonable.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So
if not cheaper.
Yeah. Well, if you don't buy the concessions, it's certainly cheaper.
Right.
But so opera is not elitist. We see people, some people come in shorts and a t-shirt, and other people like to dress up. Whatever you're most comfortable doing is absolutely how you should come.
Excellent. Yeah, good. Well, hopefully people see this and they come out there and enjoy it. Perryn, best of luck with the upcoming season. Good talking with you.
And you. Thank you very much.
To learn more about the Houston Grand Opera and other Newsmakers segments, visit ComcastNewsmakers.com. I'm Michael Bybee.